What's up, guys? Welcome to a special edition of the Real Game Reviews. This one's going to be all about Skyrim. I'm Boogie. This is Jedi.
Yeah, this week we played Skyrim. It was a phenomenal game.
It's amazing. It's really good. It's a lot of fun.
The game itself really wasn't as good as Oblivion.
The gameplay isn't.
Right, the level system.
The graphics are amazing, though.
The graphics are phenomenal. The graphics are way beyond whatever you could imagine Oblivion to be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's 5 years worth of work.
The Khajiit actually looks like a cat.
Yeah, Khajiit actually looks like cats. The Argonians look like lizards.
Right, it's a great game.
I mean, you can go as far as when you're customizing your character, you can go as far as, how much dirt is on the character's face, what color the dirt is. I mean, the graphics are insane.
I wish you could change your war paint, though. That'd be cool. Because you have war paint you can put on at the beginning of the game, but you can't change it.
Right. I mean, you can change the color and stuff as when you first put it on.
Right, but
you can't change it later in the game.
Later on, you can't change it.
Yeah.
So if you look like William Wallace, you look like William Wallace the whole game.
Yeah.
So, but I wish you could change stuff like that.
Freedom!
Little stuff. But with the game itself, it had little bugs.
Yeah.
But with Bethesda, you're going to get a couple little bugs because they're massive
so big.
Games.
They're so huge.
You can't get every little thing. I mean,
they're like the raining
mammoths. You walk into one part of the game, and as the game loads in front of you, you see these mammoths up in the sky. They just appear, and then they fall. Boom!
And they die.
And then you collect their tusks for 150 coin. And you just keep watching them spawn. They just keep falling and falling. There's one part in Whiterun when you jump into the water by the bridge on the exit. You actually fall under the map if you jump into it at the wrong angle. And you run around under the map.
Right.
You can get back out. You're not stuck. But it's just little bitty bugs and glitches.
Yeah.
It's nothing major. Nothing that can't be overlooked because of how phenomenal the game is.
Right. And once again, the game is phenomenal. I really do like the dual wielding system. I personally have been running around with a spell in one hand and a sword in the other.
I found that most of us are doing that.
Yeah.
Almost everybody I've talked to, nobody's really running around with two swords. Almost everybody's running around with a spell and a sword.
Oh, because what happens when you do have the dual wield, either a spell and a sword or a sword and a sword, is you lose the ability to block.
Right.
So I don't want two swords if I can't block.
Right.
But I'll take a spell,
right,
a fireball spell or something, and in place of block. But I don't know anybody that's running around with the big two-handed weapons either.
I don't know anybody's running around with really two spells because it's just so
clunky.
Yeah, it is. And in the trailer they showed in E3 and everything else, they showed you actually combining this spell.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a combined spell yet.
Well, and plus you have to, when you want to combine a spell, you have to go into your leveling system, which is really weird.
Go to the stars in the sky.
Yeah. But when you go to the leveling system, you actually have to unlock that ability.
Right, and then progress through it.
Yeah, and progress through it, which means you have to build up your destruction spells and your conjuring spells in order, and to do that, to be able to use two spells at one time, which is, I mean, it's kind of crazy, and the leveling system is kind of crazy because in order to get certain things, you have to be a certain level.
Right, but you can play this whole game. You can play through the actual story, I guess you'd call it, the main quest of the game. And you might not even reach a level 14.
Right.
But there's still so much more to the game than just the main quest.
Oh, yeah. The main quest is just a nibble.
What's going on?
I mean, the first thing I did, and the first thing I always do and try to do in these games, is I went and found the Assassin's Guild.
Right.
And, I killed my first dragon and got my shout. But I went and found the Assassin's Guild. And I've done all the Assassin Guild stuff before I even really started on the main quest.
The Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I'm already at 14 and I haven't even got through the main quest yet.
Right. And like my son, he was actually playing. He was a level, I think 13, and he completed the main quest.
Right.
It's because he went through and went quest, and just followed the storyline all the way to the end.
Right.
I mean, you have the options to go and follow the quest. That's what I like about Bethesda and their RPG is you can actually go out.
It's truly open world.
You can go anywhere you want to go. And that really tall mountain, you can actually go up there where the dragons all hang out and go to the very top of the mountain.
Right, right. Something we do need to talk about is the shouts.
Oh, shouts.
Because that is the newest thing to the game, besides the dragons being there, is you have the ability to shout dragon words.
The first one you get like a force push.
This is the force push, and what's cool about it is that you can learn one word of the shout and still use the shout.
Right. It just gets stronger.
But yeah, if you learn all 3 of the words, it's a whole lot stronger. A whole lot stronger. Actually, after I learned the first shout, I went to do the Assassin's Guild stuff, like I said. Went up on top of a balcony where I was supposed to kill this lady, right? And instead of backstabbing her or anything like that, I just did the force push shout and pushed her off the balcony. She
Problem
flew
solved.
through the air.
Problem solved.
Which is really, I mean, it's really neat. It's a lot of fun. The shouts are a lot of cool.
One of the really cool things that I liked about it, and I know you liked about it too, is the references back to Oblivion.
Oh yeah, there's
back to other Elder Scrolls games. Everything from the Emperor to the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Dark Brotherhood actually mentions a lot of things that happen in
mention and refer to and bring a lot of things from that game into this one, and make a lot of things clearer that were actually going on in Oblivion. It's made really clear in this game.
Yeah, which is neat. I like the throwback, the ability
the backstory of characters you've already played with in the other games.
Right. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's talk about the dragons.
With Scrim.
And Scrim, not Scrim.
Some people call it Scrim for some reason. I don't know why.
Let's talk about the dragons. Dragons are really well animated.
They're phenomenal.
The graphics on them, like we've said already, the graphics are amazing. So I mean, oh my God, it's just, I mean, they look what I think a dragon would look like.
Right, and when you actually beat them, they actually
dissolve.
They burn up, dissolve. Some of them leave bones, some of them don't.
Right, and
depends on the dragon. So they all die differently too.
And there's not just 1 or 2 dragons in the game. There are a crap ton of them.
I think there are actually like 14 different kinds of dragons.
Right, and there's 6 named dragons.
Right, that you actually
interact with. You actually talk to them.
Yeah, you actually. I hate to ruin it for you, but you actually talk to the dragon.
Yeah.
Because there's actually people up in the mountains that were actually other dragonborns that you run into, and it's really a phenomenal game. I mean, I couldn't have asked for really a lot more than what we got out of Skyrim.
Oh no, absolutely not. It's an amazing game. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else really to tell you guys without ruining some of the game.
Other than you probably want to go pick it up. If you haven't already, you might want to get it.
It's worth playing over. I mean, I hate to say this because this sounds bad, but we went to the midnight release last night. I got Halo for this week.
Combat Evolved.
Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. I'm like, oh, I love Halo. I'm going to play the crap out of this game. I came home after the midnight release and I put in Skyrim. It's just that phenomenal of a game.
It's a great game. Like I said, it's got little bugs, but the bugs are overlooked and overpowered by how phenomenal the game actually is.
From the first moment on.
Yeah, you start out and you're just mesmerized by this game.
In awe.
And the water's really good.
Yeah, the water looks good.
Which used to be the way that we all described how good a game really was.
The water looks realistic.
The water's realistic.
Which is kind of funny because if you do jump in running water, it actually moves
pushes you.
Yeah.
You go over waterfalls. I mean, there's spots, like I said, there are bugs. You jumped off a cliff, and I got my legs stuck in rocks. I actually got stuck in them, couldn't move. I actually had to jump my way out of the rock.
Yeah.
But the game, I can't go back and say it again enough. It's a phenomenal game.
Right. I mean, like I said, the gameplay isn't as good as Oblivion, but everything else is better than Oblivion.
Yes.
So, we talked about it. I think the score we're going to give it is an 8.5.
Yes.
It's almost a 9, guys. It's right at 9. The glitches are hurting a little bit, and I scored it an 8 because of the gameplay.
I scored it a 9 because of just how phenomenal it is, and I just love the actual dual wielding and all the spells and everything is just great.
So I guess together we're going to do an 8.5.
8.5.
We got one more game coming up.
Right.
We're going to do Modern Warfare 3. So
we're going to do another whole episode just for Modern Warfare.
So click on the video to check out Modern Warfare 3.